This is my theme analysis through the Marxist lens of Toni Morrison's Song of Solomon. When people spend their time focusing on status and wealth, they give up the freedom to be happy with the things that they have and fly free of burden through life, instead of struggling endlessly and unsuccessfully for the goal of obtaining wealth that is imposed by society. So the first part where this becomes apparent is when Guitar and Milkman are discussing robbing Pilate of her gold. And they're talking about all the different things they could do with the gold, how Guitar is going to buy things for his relatives, and how Milkman is going to live free of his father's influence. And suddenly they see a peacock on a rooftop. When the peacock starts flying, he's confused because it flies really awkwardly, and he says it doesn't fly any better than a chicken. And Guitar's response is, well, all of its jewelry is weighing it down like vanity. And this is in reference to a motif that appears throughout the book about flight. In the beginning of the book, Milkman is extremely obsessed with the fact that he cannot fly and feels trapped because of it. This is Morrison showing us that Milkman's own quest for wealth is going to weigh him down and is working in opposition to his original goal of flight. The second part that demonstrates my theme is after Milkman has discovered that there is no gold in the cave and that he has made a journey all the way down to Virginia for nothing. And this is Morrison showing us that even though you can do everything in your power to try to meet society's goal and to become a wealthy person, you will never truly reach it. And Milkman is left in tears, unable to wipe them away because his hands are dusty and his clothes are ripped up, and he's gone on this crazy journey, not thinking about anything except obtaining the gold, and he's found himself stranded in the wilderness. And this is Milkman reaching rock bottom, and Morrison showing us what happens when you wholeheartedly throw yourself at the quest for money. She also shows us later in this passage that Milkman's blind quest for this gold has made him not see this easier path that he could have taken that might have not ruined all of his clothes and made it so he didn't have to trudge through the water. The third part of the book that demonstrates my theme is the very end, after Pilate has been shot by Guitar and Milkman is kneeling down by her, and he says, "She could fly. There must be another one like you," he whispered to her. "There's got to be one more woman like you." And he's talking about the fact that now he sees that she's lived her entire life without really caring about socioeconomic status and more lived with integrity for people, and how that freed her from all of the stress and strife that he's faced chasing this, I guess, money and the goal that has been set out for him by his father and society in general. And in this realization, he looks up and sees Guitar approaching him with a gun, and he asks Guitar, "You want my life? Do you need it?" And without even doing anything, Milkman has already realized that he's lived his life incorrectly, and that none of this money questing that he's done has brought him anything. And with that weight lifted, he is suddenly able to fly free of burden. In this case, we don't really know if it's metaphorical or physical, or if he just jumped into the air and killed himself because he realizes that life is meaningless. But this is Morrison kind of showing us how Guitar's chains of economic burden have been lifted, and now that he knows nothing matters, he can fly and be free, even if Guitar might kill him, even if money is going to be a problem for the rest of his life. He knows that he, as a person, should not be bound by these expectations that society imposes on us.